are doing some shows this weekend at the Thristy Whale. And the lead vocalist from the band has been called a lot of things. I thought the most interesting thing I read that he's been called is the Bon Jovi Antichrist. Here with us right now is the Bon Jovi Antichrist himself. It's Stanley from LSD. What's going on, Stanley?
Oh, my God. Scott, did you make that one up? My God. That's a crazy one.
Well, you've been known as the crazy one, Stanley. What's going on with the band these days?
Well, we're working with the new record, doing some songs for the Wayne's World movie.
The follow-up to their original movie, right? You've got something on the soundtrack coming out?
Yes. We're debating about which song. One is an Alice Cooper remake, and the other one's a Black Sabbath remake. And
oh, really? Which tracks?
Oh,
you don't want to let the cat out of the bag here, huh?
Oh, I don't know. You know, there's a one is called "Is It My Body" by Alice Cooper.
You singing that would be hysterical, Stanley.
We've already cut that one. It sounds pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the Sabbath cover?
Iron Man.
Oh, wow. Are there other choices, too, are you thinking about?
There's some other ones, too. And then White Punks on Dope. And then two of our own originals.
But you've got a whole new album of your own in the works.
Yeah, the music we're creating, Scott, is like very contaminated. Like toxic waste.
Well, you know,
deadly to those exposed.
The silent majority certainly stirred them up around the country and created a lot of impact out there. You create a lot of impact wherever you go, Stanley.
So do you, Scott.
Well, we
got
tried.
Those airwaves tapped in. I was trying to call all night to say hello to you. You must be very popular.
Well, I'm glad you finally got through because, you know, we kind of expected you might be calling it. When are the shows happening? Are they tomorrow night at the Whale? Is that?
Scott, I had to say a few incantations to get through. Pull a few magic tricks. Said, please open the line.
Well, it seemed to work, so whatever it was you did there, Stanley, it got you through, and we're happy to have you here on the show tonight on the phone because I understand in-studio interviews with you are rather interesting.
Well, you got enough balls to put me on, I guess is what they say, because I've been known to use too little ivory soap in my mouth.
And on your body, as I understand. But, you know, we don't mean that offensively. I guess it's your personal preference to... What was that?
Oh, it's something here.
What went off? Some sort of an alarm went off? Was that your...
It's time to call Judy.
That was your beeper, huh?
Time to call Judy. She wanted to make love over the phone.
Did she now? Because people don't know this about Stanley from LSD, but he has his own sex phone thing he does.
A little something on the side.
Yeah.
Make a few extra bucks.
Well, when are the shows that are happening this weekend at the Whale? I don't have the schedule in front of me here. What is it, Friday? 2 shows?
Yeah, there's one on Friday.
You're doing an all ages and what, a 21 and over?
Oh, that's right. There's 2 shows.
I'm glad I'm telling you this stuff. Are you doing Saturday too? Are you both doing Friday and Saturday? Because last time around...
I believe so.
Yeah, you pack the Whale. Let's face it, you know, Chicago supports its own kind when it comes to playing the Whale.
Oh, my God, I forgot we do those 2 every... we're doing 2 each night. That's right. Oh, my God.
Oh, well.
That's great, though. We'll be out there. We love it, man. I tell you, I grew up at that place.
Yeah, well, you grew up here in Chicago, right? I mean, you know, you're a Chicago native. You took the band on the road, went out to L.A., and what was the thing you challenged club owners? If you couldn't outplay the main act of the night, then...
Oh, it was like lots of beer or a new car if he didn't feel that we were sufficient. Or, you know, it's very hard to get guys to give you a good chance in California, you know? It's like they're really... there's 80,000 groups, and they say, hey, you know, who are you, and what are you going to do for me? And
yeah,
you have to prove to them that you're, you know, gonna play good music, I guess.
I'm kind of losing you, Stanley. You got to talk a little louder for everybody, so everybody can hear.
Scott.
Hey, do you attribute, as a Chicago band that went out to LA, you've got a national record deal now, you're working on the second album, you're getting soundtrack stuff. Do you attribute that success to having left Chicago? I mean, a lot of bands might want to...
No, you know what? I attribute the success to more than anything else is just experience. Playing that Thristy Whale, which is like my living room, was like more of a living room for me than my own family house. I used to go there with the fake IDs when I was just a kid, and it was like, my God, I was so good to be able to just play, and
that place oozes rock and roll,
The main thing is just to get really just experience playing those shows. I probably played, quite a bit there.
Well, you've got a tight...
I'd like to say hello to Chip's enough.
Hey, Chip checked in earlier tonight. Yeah.
Chip, where are you? He's a good guy.
Yeah. Well, you've got a tight band. You've been together now for quite some time. I guess you've honed things down from the original days, but you've got Alex Kane, Billy on bass, and Brian on drums. What was the story about Brian? He showed up one time at an actual gig and said, "Hey, I'm your new drummer," while you were playing, and that's how it worked out?
Yeah, that was how it worked out. I mean, they've all been friends for a long time, Scott, and...
well, you and Billy went to high school together, right?
Yeah, but I've got a little sad news.
What's that?
Well, Billy and I, we went to high school together, that's right, and Alex, myself, and Brian have been friends for about 8 years now, and it seems that Brian's no longer with the group.
Brian has left the band.
Yes.
Why did that come down that way?
Well, just musical differences and...
Another interchangeable drummer, huh? Drummers seem to be the most expendable of all in bands, although, there's obviously examples...
I wouldn't want to say that.
There's examples where that's not the case, but I think bands have survived more in changing their drummers than any other musician. So, do you have a new drummer now?
Well, the pros jams, I guess they replaced their fella. Scott, it's like they hit things. And it must do something to up their arm and up to their brain. Hey, there goes the Strohs on the floor. Hey, for this little partying,
Yeah, you're doing a little pre-partying for the shows on Friday and Saturday. Is that it at Thristy Whale?
Yeah.
Doing both nights, all ages, 21 and over.
So we're auditioning cats right now. If anyone from Chicago would like to audition, call Stanley at 310-285-3200. I will receive your phone call.
That's an LA number?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I could repeat that again.
310-285-3200?
Yes.
So you're looking for a drummer, and would you prefer a guy from Chicago to keep the unit together here of Midwesterners?
You got it.
That'd be great. So who's going to be playing the gig over the weekend? Who's going to be on drums?
Well, we were going to get the cat from the L.A. Guns. He's up for the... You have Steve Riley?
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of Chicago bands as well.
Right.
And then we're still auditioning guys, so we worked out that we've got a different guy. He's from a band out in L.A. called Brunette. And
but you're open for...
But we're still auditioning. We're considering different cats, But I'd love it if a guy from Chicago would come down and